All right, this is Jeff Zimmerman with FightNews.com. I've got the superstar Shakur Stevenson, two-time champion, world champion, Olympic silver medalist. He's going back home. Got a big fight April 8th against Yoshino on ESPN. How you doing, Shakur?
I'm great. I'm ready to fight, and I feel great.
Yeah, so this is your first fight at lightweight, right?
Yeah.
How's camp been going, and how does that weight feel for you?
Honestly, I feel like a little guy right now, but camp been going great. The weight is real easy to make, and I'm just ready to fight. I'm ready to show the world who I am.
Yeah, well,
that
I
I'm
think the
here.
world. What was that?
I said that I'm here.
Yeah, and listen, man, I think everybody knows you're here. In fact, your promoter, Bob Arum, who has promoted everybody from Ali to Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, you name it, came by the gym recently and told you that you were going to be bigger than Marvelous Marvin Hagler. How did that make you feel?
I mean, it made me feel good, but I can't take that and run with that because I ain't do it yet, so I gotta handle business, and once I do it, then we could talk like that. But right now, I appreciate him for feeling the way that he felt, but I still gotta perform and do what I gotta do to make that happen.
Yeah, and your big brother, Bud Crawford, who you spar with, you train with, every time he's asked, without hesitation, before the question even gets finished, says you're the next pound for pound star in boxing.
I definitely appreciate that coming from Bud, because Bud gonna keep it real regardless, and it's not gonna be like no favoritism when he says stuff. So Bud done a million rounds with me, and I appreciate Bud for doing everything that he done for me in his career. But just to hear him say that is like a different thing. It makes me feel like I'm on a whole different level.
He's even said you got attributes that are better than him. I mean, what, man, when you look at yourself, man, because you're a boxing savant, I mean, I think most people in boxing think you're a generational talent, a Floyd Mayweather, a Sugar Ray Leonard, those type of guys. What makes you so special?
I think that my mind, I think that I can outthink a lot of opponents, and my reflexes, my reaction time, my distance control, all of them things make me on a whole different level than a lot of the fighters in the game right now. And when Bud say I got stuff that's better than him, I believe he got stuff that's better than me too. So it works both ways.
Yeah, how are those sparring sessions?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's definitely a high level work, and I got a lot better from it, and I appreciate Bud for even giving me all the rounds that he done gave me that got me to the level that I'm at.
Yeah, and I know you've matured. I've heard you talk about it in other interviews. You're in a different part of your life right now. I just interviewed David Benavidez. He just turned 26, I believe, or he's about 26, two-time champion himself, and he feels like he's just getting started in this sport, like hitting his prime. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I feel the same exact way that he feel actually. I get what he's feeling. Like I think we're close in age. I'm 25. I turned 26 in a couple of more months. So I get exactly how he's feeling. I feel like I'm just getting started. Or being that my daughter was born again and she done got older. So just maturing and getting a lot better within myself. I feel like I'm just turning to a different level when it comes to boxing. And now my only focus is boxing. I'm not worried about nothing else besides boxing. I don't see nothing outside of boxing. I see only boxing. All I do is watch tapes all day and go to the gym and focus on what's important.
Do you ever have concerns? Because, I mean, you are so talented that you won't get the super fights that you crave, that you won't, be able to get to that status?
Nah, I don't have no concern when it comes towards that because I know I'm young. Like I'm young in my career. I'm only 25. So all that stuff is gonna come. Like it's gonna come the big super fights, the superstardom, and I'm gonna be able to perform when the time comes. I just gotta make sure that I'm fully ready for it.
Yeah, and obviously you got to fight April 8th against an undefeated guy, Japanese guy in Yoshino, which I know you don't overlook anybody. What does he bring to the table? And what do you got to prepare for a guy like him who does have knockout power? It looks like.
I mean, you just gotta prepare for somebody that's undefeated, where they never lost before. So I think that they usually be the most dangerous guys because they don't understand how it feels to lose. Like they never lost before. They never got in the ring and somebody else's hand got raised. So I know he's gonna come in there and do everything in his power to make sure that he can get the win on April 8th. And I just got to make sure that I'm there to let him know that that's not happening. So just come in the best shape, be in the best shape, and trust my conditioning, and I'm gonna handle business.
Talking about great shape, it looks like Benavidez and Plant are in the best shape of their lives for their grudge match. Caleb posted a picture of you and your mentor, Andre Ward, visiting him yesterday. What was that about?
We just talking to him. I'm a good friend of Caleb, and I wish him nothing but the best and wish him luck in his fight. And I can't wait to watch the fight. I'm a big fan of Benavidez too, so I got nothing but love and respect for him too. So at the end of the day, I'm just sit and watch as a fan. But I think that's the biggest fight in boxing right now, and I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, and you're obviously a student of the game. You don't get to your level, in the sport without being a student. How does a slick boxer, a really good boxer on his feet, there you go, like Caleb, fight a guy who comes forward, punches in volumes? I mean, does he have to keep turning a guy like David, or how would you fight a guy like Benavidez?
Me, I mean, I would have to sit and fight sometimes. You gotta with a guy like Benavidez, because Benavidez is gonna be tough for anybody to beat. He's a dog. His style is just relentless. So you gotta box and bang. Like you gotta box at times and then bang at times, then go back to boxing, then bang it. And you gotta win on both sides of that. So I think that it's gonna be a great fight, and I can't wait to watch.
Do you have a prediction?
No prediction. I'm just watching as a fan.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm here with Shakur Stevenson, one of the hottest stars in all of boxing. Got a big fight on April 8th. 2 weeks after your fight, man, talking about super fights, they seem like it's coming in waves now, which is exciting for the sport and as a fan. Tank and Ryan, man, break down that fight. Two guys right around, if not at your weight class, right there. What do you see there?
I see Tank winning probably by knockout in the later rounds.
Okay, so pretty straightforward there.
Yeah. I think Ryan. Don't get me wrong. Ryan is a solid fighter. I don't think he's been in no big fight like this before, and I don't think he's been in front of a fighter like Tank before. So that's just my opinion on it.
Okay, but you think Ryan will be competitive?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Ryan is tall. He got power, and he been boxing his whole life. So I done seen Ryan at a lot of national tournaments coming up, and I fought Ryan back in the day, so I know like he's he's been around. He's not just no Instagram boxer. Everybody trying to make him see, or a YouTube boxer. He's not that. He's gonna come in there to fight.
How did your fight with Ryan go? Was that obviously in the amateurs?
I mean, all that stuff don't count, but I beat him.
You beat him.
But that don't count because we was 15 years old.
Yeah, but you go way back, so obviously you know his history.
Yeah.
So Shakur, I know you got the best matchmakers on the planet. Brad Goodman, Bruce Trampler, known those guys for years. I want you to play matchmaker. If you had a choice for your next three opponents, who would they be?
Next three opponents will be the winner out of Devin and Lomachenko, Maybe a Ryan Garcia, then a Tank.
Okay, all right. And speaking of Devin, I mean, that would be a super fight. Do you think he beats Loma?
Yeah, I think he smoked Lomachenko. I think he's too big, and the size gonna play a big part in that fight.
And if that happens, you would like Devin next, it sounds like.
I'm torn in between the two though, because I know fighting to win out of Ryan and Tank would like boost my career to a whole nother level. So business wise, I know that would be a great decision to make too. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. I gotta sit down with my team and play it out and see if I can get the opportunity myself.
And I got to ask you, man, and you know, you don't have to give a prediction here, but like I mentioned earlier, I know Bud is like an older brother to you. You and EJ are really cool. As a fan, I know you probably want to see that fight. Break it down for me.
Nah, I can't break down that fight. I think that's gonna be an amazing fight. That will be the biggest and best fight in the last couple of years. I think both of them dudes is great fighters, and EJ gonna show up and Bud gonna show up, and it's just gonna be a tremendous fight.
No doubt. And I'm sure you want to see it just like everybody else.
Yeah, but I'm definitely rocking with my brother though.
Yeah, I got you. And listen, we'll wrap up here in a minute with Shakur Stevenson, big fight April 8th on ESPN at home. Listen, man, Top Rank seems to find the best young talent in boxing. They got Olympians like you, Troy Isley, Keyshawn Davis. You got Big Baby. I mean, are you guys just going to take over boxing in a few years, all of you?
Oh, for sure. I think that we are taking over boxing. I think putting us all on the same card April 8th was a tremendous idea, just to show the talent that boxing has. If you want to see the future of boxing, you tune in April 8th and watch Keyshawn Davis, Jared Anderson, and me, of course, put on amazing shows on ESPN. So all the fans, if you're smart and you want to see what's in the future of boxing, pay attention.
And we'll wrap it up here, Shakur. When you're all said and done, and like I said, people think you're a generational talent. I mean, your skill level is next level. What do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be like one of the greatest fighters to ever walk the planet of Earth. I want to leave a legacy like a Muhammad Ali, or how Floyd's legacy will be when people start to appreciate Floyd more, because people don't be appreciating him. But just like I want a legacy like that, I want to be one of the greatest fighters to ever put on a pair of boxing gloves.
What should we expect on April 8th, man? Your first fight at lightweight against Yoshino on ESPN, back home in front of your friends and family.
I mean, expect a show. I mean, I'm coming back to Newark, and it's gonna be a party. We're gonna have a blast. Everybody and the fans gonna have a blast, and I'm gonna have a blast, and my hand will be raised, and I will be victorious.
All right, you heard it here. Catch out Shakur Stevenson back home April 8th, man. Best of luck. And everybody's watching you, man, and look forward to your future fights as well as this one.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Shakur.